Big thanks to Kamado Joe for sponsoring this episode.
Hey, I'm Pitmaster X, and today I'm gonna show you the recipe that fueled a super army. And let me tell you, it's just as good as today as it ever was. Before we're gonna build super armies, I want to tell you about our website, pitmasterx.com. It's totally free. We got amazing recipes just like this one and many others on the barbecue. So go check that out after you watch this video, pitmasterx.com. Don't forget about it. Links down below in the video description. Now let's get started. Like always, I was trolling the internet for the best steak recipes and looking for new things that might pop up. And then I found this. Literally this. It is a mutton steak. Basically it's a lamb saddle of an older lamb. But the cool thing is Winston Churchill and Roosevelt actually ate these steaks during World War II. And that made me think, what have they been eating in World War II? And then I found out that there is a super recipe that nobody knows about, but that fueled a super army that eventually won World War II. How cool is that? And it starts with this beautiful lamb saddle. Of course, we gotta turn this beautiful lamb saddle into steaks, mutton steaks. And the term mutton refers to an older sheep. So it's no longer a lamb and now it's a mutton. And the reason that they ate the older sheep in the war was that they needed the fur first, and then they would eat the old sheep because there were plenty of old sheep around. So now that we got them all chopped up, let's fire up our Kamado Joe. My Kamado Joe Classic is running at a temperature of 140 degrees Celsius. And I have it set up with a beautiful soapstone and my grill grates. Now we gotta put our mutton on. First I'm gonna set it over direct heat on the grill grates. This is going to give the meat the opportunity to get a good caramelization on the outside. Now I'm just gonna wait until we get some color. I'm gonna rotate the steak so we build up a beautiful crust. Our mutton is building up a beautiful crust, and now it's time we start working on the rest of our super soldier recipe. From extensive research, I found out that the recipe was super simple. I think the ingredients are something that most of us will recognize. Foods like carrots, cabbage, potatoes. Think about it. It's healthy foods, it's nutritious foods. There are so many vitamins in these, but more importantly, they were easy to store and could be kept fresh for months at a time. Because you gotta remember, they might be running out of fuel for tanks, but more importantly, if you run out of fuel for people, then your army will crumble down into dust. And by enriching the food with some butter, we're making sure that it's nutritious, that it's rich, and that we're building up fat. So when the time comes that you don't have the opportunity to cook food, you still have some reserves. Of course, making this all taste better with some garlic and some parsley stalks will turn this into insane delicious flavors. Now granted, the soldiers might not always have the opportunity to cook this lavishly, but at the same time all of the ingredients were present in the war and they were used a lot. So I present to you the recipe that fueled the super army during the World War II. When the soldiers went home, they kind of were fed up with eating the mutton, and that's why it's not popular anymore these days. But let's just give it a try, see if it's so bad or it's just a fantastic steak still.
I'm gonna make a mess out of it. I don't care anymore. I'm so hungry. Oh my god. Oh, no, my moment.
It's so flavorful. It's nutrition. You're getting the flavor of nutrition.
I'm completely blown away. Is there ever a point that mutton or lamb in general will be bad? No!
Like eating mutton is not very popular, especially because it tastes like sheep, it tastes like lamb. But if you make a meal out of it, or like a curry or something else, it kind of like blends with the recipe. And that's what you got to be looking out for.
I could play for days on Call of Duty with this. All that garlic flavor, hey, stop it. It's a potato, you don't even like this. You see? You don't even like this. No, no, no. The meat, it's gone, man. It's either the potato or nothing. From here on out, it's... Oh, hey.
I've got one more.
Oh.
Uno mas. Uno mas, Mozon. Nice plate, by the way, right?
Beautiful place. I'm still convinced that lamb is the future of humanity.
I think so too. I think it's gonna come back as like something ultimately luxurious.
Well, I
Because
hope not. I'm not gonna pay a lot for it.
No, but I think like we're forgetting about it now. So
Yeah.
nobody eats lamb anymore,
No.
except for the lamb chops.
Yeah.
And then it disappears, and then all of a sudden in 100 years time it's gonna be some magical dish. Just like it was in the war. Like if you wouldn't have this food, like long-lasting, energizing, vitamins, to fuel the army, you wouldn't have an army. I think if veterans are watching this, they would have loved to eat like this.
Who doesn't, man?
I'm not talking about, I'm talking about current day veterans.
Yeah.
I went to Afghanistan, stuff like that. I bet they're all gonna say like, man, no, nobody ever fed me like something like this during wartime. But it's possible. That's how we won World War II.
I would say, lamb, thank you for your service.
Thanks to the patrons, thanks to the YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep
Keep on winning wars with lamb.
Call of Duty.
Keep on playing Call of Duty.